Good evening. Welcome back to Thai PBS World Live with the latest update on the political situation in the aftermath of the leaking of the audio recording of the conversation that Thailand's Prime Minister Paetongtarn had with Hun Sen, the strongman of Cambodia. And as we all know that the audio clip was leaked believably with the blessing of the Cambodian leader, right?
Yeah.
And as we all know that it has kicked up quite a storm.
It has, yes.
And to the point that the Prime Minister, Kun Paetongtarn herself, is now under mounting pressure for her to show responsibility for what happened by either resigning or dissolving the House. But so far she has shown no
read it towards the end of the live stream. So we're mainly going to talk about the press conference today and the reactions and the repercussions that is still developing. So today the Prime Minister held a press conference, and then she started by apologizing to the Thai people about the incident. So there's some quotes that we've prepared. She said, actually, this should have never happened, and I wanted to apologize to the people of Thailand for causing them distress. She said she had talked to the commander of the 2nd Region Army and the armed forces to explain her intention, that what she said was only a communication tactic. She said in any negotiations, she has to show empathy in order to continue the conversation in details. And it was about negotiating and trying to stop the clashes. That was her true intention, to resume peace.
No, she was referring to the confrontations between Thai and Cambodian forces in disputed border areas. And she insisted that she was not aware that the conversation with Hun Sen would be recorded and shared publicly like this. And this is what she said. I have explained this to the armed forces and they listened. They also said, today we have to unite. All Thais need to unite. So she was trying very hard to play on the theme of unity among Thais. It's the same theme that her party, Pum Jai Party, has been promoting overnight through the social media, that don't blame her, blame Hun Sen, and then the Thais need to be united.
She also said that today all relevant authorities have concluded that what happened was a threat to national security. And she said it's not a minor threat as well. And she said we don't have the time for internal conflicts. We have to protect our sovereignty. And she said her government stands by the armed forces in all areas.
And she said that this morning the Ministry of Foreign Affairs summoned the Cambodian ambassador to Thailand to lodge a formal protest, expressing Thailand's disappointment with the conduct of the Cambodian leader. And she said that for conversations between world leaders or in any negotiations, there is a protocol for an advance notice if there is going to be recording. And she reaffirmed that the conversation she had with Hun Sen was a private one, which was made through her personal mobile phone. She said the Cambodian recording of the conversation therefore was a conduct unacceptable by international protocol standards.
That's what she said. Can we have the quote on screen, please? We're actually up to the 4th one now, actually. She also said toward the end that her government and the armed forces are united, and we would like to ask the people of Thailand to unite with us.
No, she said I must apologize for what happened and for not knowing about the audio recording. And now I know and will be careful with my conversations from now on. What a lesson that she has learned from her first encounter with one of the top leaders of the region.
She did not take any questions after making the statement, which lasted about 3 minutes, nor did she address growing calls for her to either resign or dissolve the House to show her responsibility for what happened. So no resignation yet, but I guess we still can't rule out that possibility because anything can happen in Thai politics, right?
But she used the word apologizing at least 3 times in her statement, a 3-minute statement. But we are not quite sure what she was apologizing for having made a phone call or for having said what she said.
Yeah, that
because
was not clear.
The most damaging remarks that she made, according to her critics, was when she said that Hun Sen should not listen to the commander of the 2nd Army Region, which is the army unit that is in charge of the eastern part of the country bordering Cambodia, because that army commander only want to show off.
Speaking of General Hun Sen, actually, if you go on Thai PBS World website now, it's actually, his profile is actually #1 at most popular this week. So a lot of people are looking up for his profile to find out what he's been really doing and, you know, his works and career. Yeah, people want to find out about him.
And most likely, the Prime Minister Paetongtarn, who will be visiting a hotspot on the Thai-Cambodian border in Ubon Ratchathani tomorrow. I mean, she'll be visiting Chong Bok Pass. I mean,
is that a good thing?
That's a spot where a fatal clash between Thai and Cambodian armed forces took place.
Yeah, that was the 28th.
28th of May, and in which one Cambodian soldier was killed. And she will be visiting the place for the first time tomorrow. And luckily, she will be meeting the commander that we talk about, General Hun Sen, right?
Awkward, right?
It will be the first encounter between her and the commander that she chastised to Hun Sen.
Is that a good thing? Because, you know, yesterday she managed to pretty much offend the whole of the armed forces.
Yeah, that's right.
And then she's visiting the location. I don't know.
No, it could be a kind of a conciliatory meeting between the two. No, in fact, Kun Hun Sen, the general, said yesterday that Kun Paetongtarn, the Prime Minister, did call him to explain why she said what she said to Hun Sen. And Kun Hun Sen said, I understand her, and that I hold no grudges over what she said to Hun Sen about me.
Yeah, he said, I don't have any issues, I understand.
No, you know, Hun Sen has been in the news quite a lot.
Yes.
In fact, many media see him as the man of the hour, because he is in charge of the unit that is most responsible for protecting the country's territory in the northeast, bordering Cambodia. And he is on record saying that he is supposed to attempt by Cambodia to bring the case of the disputed border areas to the World Court, and that if you want problem with Thailand, we will fight it out. He's speaking in a very, very martial language, the military style language that that many people may not be used to, right?
So that was the Prime Minister's side. There was also a press conference from the Thai Foreign Ministry about the summoning of the Cambodian ambassador to Thailand in order to protest formally with a letter.
No, in fact, the Thai authorities, including the statement issued by the Foreign Ministry today, use the word disappointed and disappointment quite often, because they want to point out that the conversation that took place between the Thai leader and Hun Sen was supposed to be private. And there was no notice or any notification that there would be recording. Kun Paetongtarn wasn't aware that the conversation she was going to have with Hun Sen would be recorded, and not to expect that the whole thing would be made public. Quite clear that she was caught off guard by the sudden, leaking of the audio clip.
So in terms of substance, the letter from the Foreign Ministry reads like this. So I'm just gonna read a part of it. It says, the Royal Thai government is deeply disappointed that the private telephone conversation between the Thai Prime Minister and the senior figure from Cambodia was leaked to the media. Trust and respect between the two leaders are fundamental to good neighborliness and conduct among states. Such actions contradict internationally accepted practices and will severely affect ongoing efforts for both sides to resolve the problem in good faith.
I see. The Hun Sen hinted in his remarks on the social media that he decided to make public the recording because he was not happy with the way that Thai authorities deal with the border dispute issue. And even more so, he was quite angered by the remarks by the Thai Prime Minister that it wasn't very professional of the Cambodian leaders to make comments about Thailand on the social media.
Yeah.
So the Hun Sen, he didn't say that, but well, it's quite well understood that he did release the recording in retaliation. And it certainly works. But we are quite certain that Hun Sen himself did not expect what he did to have such a far-reaching ramification on Thai politics, right?
You think so? He was just doing it out of his own revenge.
But not expecting that it would have such a far-reaching ramification on the Thai domestic situation right now.
Yeah.
Because the whole day-to-day has been rife with speculation and rumors about whether Kun Paetongtarn would quit and whether any of the members of the coalition government would leave. But one party, which is a second biggest partner of the coalition government, did decide to leave the government.
Yeah.
And that is Pum Jai Party, led by Kun Anutin Chanvirakul, who is the deputy prime minister and who also doubled as interior minister.
They submitted a letter to the Prime Minister yesterday referring to the phone conversation in question. And it says, this is the letter from Pum Jai Thai, it says, it has an impact on sovereignty and land and interest of Thailand and the armed forces as well. Just like the public has already been informed, so they decided to leave the coalition.
But there were earlier expectations that the decision by Pum Jai Party to leave the coalition government would trigger a chain effect, meaning that other parties in the coalition would also follow suit.
By the way, Pum Jai has a very good rhythm in this. It's an opportunity as well because they've been tipped to be
kicked out of the coalition
I was going to
anyway.
use that word, but yeah.
So they chose the right opportunity to really to seize on the right occasion to make the decision. But as I mentioned earlier, that Pum Jai Party's decision to quit the coalition was expected to trigger a chain effect, right?
Yes.
Meaning that other members of the coalition would follow suit. But up to now, that hasn't happened yet. And have you listened to some of the bigwigs in the Pheu Thai Party, the core of the coalition government of Kun Paetongtarn, right? It's quite clear that Pheu Thai Party is confident that it can tough it out despite the departure of Pum Jai Party. And Kun Pum Tham Vechayachai, who is defense minister and a senior figure of Pheu Thai Party, and today he's show all signs of confidence that the coalition government led by Kun Paetongtarn will continue to function. And he said that it's time for Thai people to show their solidarity. And he said that since the Prime Minister Kun Paetongtarn has already apologized for what happened, so the conversation with Kun Hun Sen should no longer be an issue.
How can it not be an issue?
Simply is asking everyone to forget it. Okay? And Pum Tham also said he's confident that even without Pum Jai Party, the coalition government of Prime Minister Paetongtarn can continue to function. And he did not say whether any additional party will be brought in to join the coalition, replacing Pum Jai Party. And he confirmed that so far Pum Jai is the only member of the coalition that is leaving.
Yeah.
And he went on to criticize Pum Jai Party for using the leaked phone conversation between Paetongtarn and Hun Sen as the main reason or pretext to quit the government, because it would only further worsen the political disunity in the country.
Well, Pum Jai Thai has 8 ministerial portfolios. So at the moment, other parties are maybe considering if they are going to receive any offers and who's going to take up those seats after they resign.
Okay. And this is the message from a junior partner in the coalition government, the Prachai Chat Party.
Yep.
Justice Minister Tavisot Song, who is the leader of this party, reaffirmed that his party will continue to stay in the coalition government under Prime Minister Paetongtarn. And he's happy with the explanation offered by Kun Paetongtarn about the phone conversation he had with Hun Sen.
Yeah.
And in Thailand, it's very common that every political crisis would trigger concerns about military intervention. So don't be surprised if you are hearing rumors that the crisis surrounding the Paetongtarn government now could tempt the military to intervene.
That's been floating around the internet quite a lot.
In fact, some social media posts in recent days have called for military intervention. There are people who love to see the military step in and dissolve the parliament and then take control of the country. But of course, it's only voices from a handful of some influencer on the media. So the army spokesperson, Major General Winthai Suwari, believed that there was a need to come out to play down such rumors. The spokesman did not directly address the rumors themselves, but he quoted the army commander-in-chief, General Pana Kraupotuk, as saying that the army steadfastly adheres to the democratic system under the monarchy and is ready to safeguard the country's sovereignty to the best of its ability. And what the army chief stresses is that what is most important at this juncture is for Thai people to show their solidarity in protecting the country from people harboring ill intention. So you'll be hearing the word unity, solidarity very often from this point on, because that's the words that the government, the Pheu Thai Party are trying to promote. I mean, so that people would forget all the fiasco kicked up by the conversation that Paetongtarn had with Kun Hun Sen.
At least throughout the weekend, I'm sure. There are speculations about who would be eligible to become the next Prime Minister of Thailand.
Oh, there are people now looking beyond Paetongtarn now, right?
Yeah, because a lot of people think that although I don't know, it's going to be difficult for her to stay on for much longer. But anyway, if speaking of the next Prime Minister, constitutionally, only those with names registered with the EC are eligible to become the next PM, right? So we have 6 people, actually 5, because General Prayut is now in the Privy Council, which means it's very highly unlikely that he will become the Prime Minister, but anything. So we have Kun Anutin Chanrayakul, we have Chai Kasem Nitisirit from the Pheu Thai Party, General Prawit Wongsuwan, who's always been absent from parliamentary meetings. We do have General Prayut Chan-o-cha, Pirapan Sali Rathawipak, and Julin Laksanavisit from the Democratic Party.
So once again, these people are candidates in the list submitted to the election commission prior to the last elections. So only these 6 people are qualified to be nominated as Prime Minister, with the exception of General Prayut anyway, because you can count him out because he's no longer in a position to return to political offices anyway. All right, talking about the future of the Paetongtarn government, of course there's still some uncertainties because pressure on her continues to mount with a lot of critics, a lot of political groups and activists queuing up to file charges against her. Right? And today the Senate Committee on Military Affairs, led by General Sawat Tatsana, who is the chairman of the committee, accused Paetongtarn of treason and being an enemy of the state for being differential to the Cambodian strongman Hun Sen during conversation, and appear to be making concessions to the Cambodian former Prime Minister. So the senators are launching a signature hunt for a petition to be filed with the Constitutional Court and the National Counter-Corruption Commission for an impeachment against the Prime Minister.
Impeachment.
That's right, yeah. And meanwhile, a former senator, Somchai Sawangkan, and who is known as a very vocal critic of the Shinawatra family,
Yes.
and a leading academic, along with a political activist, filed charges with the Central Investigation Bureau of the police unit for allegedly endangering national security. The charges were filed against Paetongtarn for allegedly endangering national security, resulting from her conversation with Hun Sen.
It sounds like there's going to be more lawsuits coming her way.
That's right. And today, hundreds of people rally near the government house, demanding the resignation of the Prime Minister. And the rally is expected to drag on until early next week.
Yes.
Or until the Paetongtarn either resign or dissolve the house.
So it remains to be seen. Must be closely watched, I think, in Thai politics at the moment. We're going to look at some reactions on social media. Let's start with Nathapong Leungpanya Wood from the People's Party. Actually, he held a press conference today as well, and he said the last straw is where the PM has destroyed the trust from the Thai people. And he also said that during the past 2 years, the government under Pheu Thai has not delivered anything or solved any problems the Thai people are facing. So he said the incident yesterday is yet another example where she destroyed the trust. And they actually talk about 3 points, 3 requests actually. He says, number 1, Parliament must be dissolved. Number 2, the PM should resign. And number 3, he's against military coup. He says military coup is not the answer. Speaking of a military coup, which a number of people are talking about that option, there's an analysis on social media as well that says if there is a coup, it's going to prove Hun Sen right, that the government can't control the military and they're not working together.
It's interesting to note that the People's Party is the only opposition party that is calling for a house dissolution.
Yes.
The rest are calling for Paetongtarn's resignation. You know why? Because the People's Party would stand the best chance of winning the next snap election.
Does that mean, okay, are we talking about the formula where Anutin joins hand with the party?
No, that is one
been floating
possibility that in the end, Anutin's party, the Pum Jai Party, may join hand with the People's Party on the condition that the latter party forgoes
does not amend the constitution.
It stands on the issue of Article 112.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So if that can be put out of the way, then Anutin is more than happy to join hand with the People's Party.
Yeah.
But that is a long shot.
Long shot.
First, you have to get Kun Paetongtarn to do something first. Get her to resign. And as we've been saying, that she has shown no signs today that she is willing to comply with the demand.
Not yet.
Not yet. No.
Okay, let's look at some reactions on social media from Thai PBS World's Facebook page. I'm going to read only a few. One person says, treason. Nepotism is a danger to democracy. Leon Mon says, get out please. And this is in response, another comment is in response to the press conference that she held today. She says, you are a threat to national security. Yeah, this one here. So these are quite strong words. Hypocrite. Yeah, it says, this one with a Vietnamese name says, nobody believes you anymore. In front of the Thai people, you claim to be the army, but behind their backs, you stated that the army is your enemy. So, yeah, these are some comments from social media users. There are some comments from the main Thai PBS page as well, which is the Thai language. It says, a lot of people says they wanted to thank Hun Sen for releasing the clip so that it it lets the Thai people know what the Prime Minister is really talking about behind the people's back. So it says, we do not need to protest, just issue a letter to say thank you.
No, but there are supporters of Pum Jai Party and those of Kun Paetongtarn who are calling on Thai people not to fight fault with the Prime Minister.
Yes.
Put the blame on Hun Sen for leaking the audio clip.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't blame Kun Paetongtarn for what happened.
Yeah, and the other side says, let's thank the Cambodian. Thank you, Hun Sen, for allowing Thai people to understand what it's like. And another person says, I want Hun Sen to release all of the clips, all of the secrets.
That's what many critics of the Pum Jai Party have been saying, that they believe that Hun Sen must have,
you think he has more?
Have a lot of things in his hand.
Wow.
And they are urging him to release all these whatever clips or audio or video clips that he may has that are damaging to the Thaksin or his followers. Because as we all know that Thaksin's family, the Chinwat family, is very close to the Hun family in Cambodia, right? And Thaksin, don't forget that once was appointed a personal advisor to Hun Sen, right?
Exactly.
And Hun Sen was the first foreign dignitary who visited Thaksin when he was discharged from the hospital last February. Right?
So we must hold a lot of secrets. Apart from all of these, the reaction on the stock markets has not been very good, but not that bad. So the SET index is down 2.36%. Among the most traded shares in the stock market, top 5 included Gulf, K-Bank, Advanced Info Service, or AIS. AIS is down 9 baht, or 3.24%. Number 4 is CP Oil, and 5 True. Yeah.
Okay,
so
let's see what will happen tomorrow when Kun Paetongtarn flies up to the hotspot in the Ubon Ratchathani, the Chongbok Pass, and meet with the man of the hour.
I know, right? It's going to be so. I think it's going to be awkward.
No, anyway. Definitely. I think would provide Kun Paetongtarn, the Prime Minister, with a very good photo op to show that she has patched things up with the general. And so forget all the things that happened, put them behind.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for the comments on the live stream as well. We said, Sawadee krab. Disgrace is not upon the fallen, apart, moreover, the whole country. Disgrace on the whole country. Okay, that's strong. Okay, we won't apologize to whom we didn't respect homeland. And we've got some heart stickers on the live stream as well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us on the live stream. We do have another show about Thai politics in English called Media Pulse, which is premiere on Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning. So don't forget to follow that as well. And if you haven't done so yet, please don't forget to like our page and follow Thai PBS World as well for English news content about Thailand. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you
next episode.
Yeah, bye.
Thank you.